Hey guys, Ange here. This is our postnatal yoga or mum and bubs class. So this can be done for really anyone if you're postnatal, or if you want to incorporate your little bub, you can do so as well. So this is my little bub that I've brought along today, little Flo, and she's going to be joining us in this nice flow easy session. So we will begin with some breathing. So it's important with postnatal and also with mum and bubs especially that we do try and take some time to reconnect with our bub and connect on a deeper level, and we can do this through the breath. So we will start with some breathing. Now it's important with your bub, just do whatever feels right for them. If they're comfortable laying on the mat in front of you, leave them to be there, and you can just place a hand on your bub, or if you want to pick them up and they're happy to be held, you can pick them up and you can either place them just on your knee here or just wherever you feel comfortable holding your bub. It's nice to place them in a position where you can feel their breath and they can feel yours. So we will start just with some deep connection with accentuating our exhalation, which helps to relieve any stress and helps to connect also on a deeper level with bub. So we will start sitting in a nice comfortable position, having bub on you or either in the mat in front of you, and we're going to either close your eyes, or if the bub's in front of you, can keep your eyes open. For this, holding my bub here, I will close my eyes and just start to bring that awareness back to the breath. Just start to slow that breath down and start to pay attention to what that breath is doing. And also feeling the breath of your bub, either laying down in the mat in front of you or sitting on you. We're just slowing down the mind and reconnecting with the breath. So we're going to move into some vocalization, which is great to connect deeper with your bub. And we're going to be using OMs. So with OMs, there's three parts to an OM. There's R, O, and M. The M part is your vibration. So that's what you want to try and have, that deep connection with your bub through that vibration. So let's start with 3 OMs. So we'll start with a nice deep inhale. And as we exhale, we'll vocalize Om. Inhale through the nose. Last one, inhale. And then return back to normal breathing. And then nice and gently open your eyes. Now you can place bub nice and gently just down in front of you. And we're just going to start with a slow warm up. So we're just going to start with a side stretch. So we're just going to inhale, bring our arm over our body. Exhale, we'll move to the other side. So if bub's looking at you, you can do little movements with your fingers, and they'll follow your hand movements. It keeps them entertained and makes them feel special, like you're connecting with them. Still using your breath, flowing through. And then inhale back to center, exhale hands down. Let's do some forward folds. This time we're going to incorporate it with Bubs. So we're going to inhale, bring our arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to reach forward in front of Bub, and then we're just going to give a tickle, 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 tickle all the way down the body, down the legs, and then a little tickle on the feet. Again, inhale. Exhale. And tickle, tickle, tickle. Playing with their hands, with their shoulders. Moving all the way down to the feet. Connecting with them, looking at them. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Tickle, 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 tickle. And then you can just grab onto your little Bubs' feet and give it a little bit of a massage. You can grab onto their feet, hold them together, and then just bring the knees up towards the chest and then just bring them back out again. So this is great for Bub. It just helps with releasing any gases if they have any, helps with digestion, and also you're connecting with them, so it makes them feel really important. Let's do one more with Bub. And release. So let's move Bub if back to the front of the mat. So I'm going to move Bub over here just so I can connect with her as we come onto all fours. Now if you do have Bub there, if you want to go over Bub through this movement, just make sure that your hands are stable. So if you do have a blanket down, best to put your hands on the mat, just so you're nice and stable. So we'll start from neutral spine. So check your alignment, make sure your shoulders, elbows, wrists are aligned. Hands should be shoulder width apart. Hips and knees are aligned, knees should be shoulder width apart. We're coming from cat to cow. So start from the lower lumbar. We're going to inhale, nice and gently roll through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, head comes up. Exhale, push out through the spine, scapula comes apart, head comes down. Inhale, nice and gently rolling through. And if Bub's looking at you, you can make faces, you can blow them kisses. We're using our breath, just flowing through with our body and connecting with Bub at the same time. Let's do 2 more of these. Last one. And release back to neutral spine. Okay, so once again, start from neutral spine. You can come up a little bit deeper into your mat, so Bub's over you. Still make sure that your hands are on the mat, so you've got nice and secure position. So here we're going to extend our right leg. We're going to keep that leg nice and long and extended. And as we exhale, we're coming down and giving Bub a kiss on the cheek or on the belly. We're going to inhale up and exhale down. So we're lengthening through the leg. We're connecting with Bub. And we've also got some arm movements here and also our core strengthening, which helps us postpartum as well. Let's do one more and release. Come back into child's pose and just stretch out through the body, placing your head onto the ground. Have a breath here. And then inhale, push yourself back up, neutral spine. And then exhale, extend the other leg, nice and long through the leg, and we're coming into a push-up and giving Bub a kiss. Inhale and exhale. Using your breath as you flow down, connecting with Bub. They love all these kisses, they feel so important. They love getting all this attention given to them. Let's do one more. and release. Open those knees, sit back into child's pose. Have a breath here. Okay, just popping Bub now back to the front of the mat. So we're going to come down onto our elbows. We're going to bring our hands out in front of us. Make sure that we've got a nice spread of fingertips. We're going to push our hands out, rotate our hands out and then out again. That helps to externally rotate our shoulders, pushing up. We're coming into downward dog. So first off, we're tucking those toes under. We're bringing the hips up, spine nice and long, and then the heels come to the ground. Now you can pedal your feet just to release any tension through the calves. And then look forward. We're going to step the right foot forward, left foot forward. We're going to give Bub a little tickle. And we're going to come into a hanging forward fold. So slight bend in the knees. And we're just going to hang and sway side by side, which is a great restorative pose for us mums. Bringing hands back down, knees slightly bent, torso on the thighs. We're going to inhale, nice and long through the spine, and exhale, hands into prayer position. Okay, we're going to just do 2 rounds of Surya Namaskara, which is our sun salutation, and we're going to do it incorporating Bub as well. So let's start off with Tadasana, mountain pose. So start at the front of your mat, bringing those hips down, activating that core, bringing shoulders back, hands come in front of you. So mountain pose. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, we're going to reach forward, bend in the knees, come all the way down, nice and long spine. Give Bub a little tickle on the way down. Torso on the thighs, head comes down. Inhale, half lift, straight arms straight back. Exhale, forward fold, torso on the thighs. Looking forward, we're going to step the right foot back, left foot back, downward dog. And then we're going to come into plank, place your knees down, feet flat. We're coming into chaturanga. Coming into a short little chaturanga, pushing back up. And then we're going to push back and then we're going to bring our arms back. So this is the modified version of our sun salutation, which incorporates our Bub, and do little twinkle, twinkle, little stars. Keeping them nice and entertained. And bringing your hands back down, tucking those toes under, back to downward dog. Looking forward, stepping right foot forward, left foot forward, forward fold, and then keeping knees bent, we're just going to come up into chair pose. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands in prayer position. Let's do one more. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Tickle, 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 Baba on the way down. Torso on the thighs. Inhale, half lift, straight arms straight back. Exhale, forward fold, torso on the thighs. Looking forward, this time step right foot back, left foot back, downward dog. Coming forward into plank, knees come down, feet flat, come into chaturanga. Inhale, come back up, pushing all the way back. And we're doing twinkle, twinkle, little star. Entertaining Bub as we're breathing through this sun salutation. And then coming back onto downward dog, pushing all the way back. Looking forward, step the right foot forward, left foot forward, forward fold. You can tickle Bubby again. And then inhale up, knees bent into chair pose. And then inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands in prayer position. Let's start to wind down. So we'll come back down onto the mat. gently pick up Bub. Once again, if Bub's happy on the mat, just leave Bub, but if not, gently pick up Bub. We're going to come down onto our belly, onto our back, placing Bub just nice and gently onto our belly, placing our knees bent, and we're just going to do a few pelvic tilts with Bub on us. So we're going to inhale round through the spine, exhale nice and gently, bringing those hips down, activate the TAs, your transverse abdominals, keeping your back flat onto the mat. Inhale, round through the spine. Exhale, nice and gently, bringing that back flat onto the mat, navel to the spine. Let's do 2 more with our own breath. Last one. And then let's come into cobbler's pose. So it's nice here, once you come into cobbler's pose, if you bring Bub onto your belly, hugging Bub in tight once again so they can feel your breath and you can feel theirs. And we're just going to have 3 breaths here. Connecting with Bub. And winding down. And then nice and gently bring your knees back up, roll into your side, placing Bub nice and gently down. Coming up into seated position. And let's just have a few breaths here. So we're just going to bring your hands out. Inhale, hands come up. And exhale back down just to fan all that positive energy around us. And last one, let's bring the hands up into prayer position. Slowly bringing those hands down to your forehead for compassionate thoughts, down to your lips for truthness of speech, and into our heart center for openness of our hearts. Namaste.